So let's move on. Let's move on to question number 8. Mr. Mehra sends his servant to the market to buy oranges worth rupees 15. The servant having eaten 3 oranges on the way, Mr. Mehra pays something extra. Assuming that the original number of the number of oranges which he receives. Okay, so number of oranges received is equal to rupees 15. Is equal to X. Money paid for all oranges is rupees 15. Therefore, CP of one orange will be equal to CP of all upon total, which means 15 upon X. This is the CP which he is actually having to pay. Now, in case the servant had not eaten the number of 3 oranges, then how many oranges would he have got, or how many actual oranges did he purchase? So, number of oranges purchased, which is equal to what he got plus what the servant ate, which is X plus 3. And now, actual CP. This was the CP that he paid. So, actual CP of one orange will be equal to 15 upon X plus 3. Any relationship given? Yes, it says Mr. Mehra pays 25 paisa per orange more, which means the CP that he paid minus the actual CP is equal to 25 paisa, which means 15 upon X minus 15 upon X plus 3 is equal to 25 paisa. Now this is where you could go wrong. Since everything else is given in rupee and this 25 is in paisa, you should convert it to rupee by dividing it by 100. So this becomes 1 upon 4. This is a simple term, so I don't need to divide. So let's take LCM. So it'll be 15x plus 45 minus 15x upon x into x plus 3. This is equal to 1 upon 4. This and this gets cancelled. So 45 into 4 is equal to x square plus 3x. Let's take everything on one side. So x square plus 3x minus 180 is equal to 0. I need to find factors of negative 180, the sum of which is 3. Well, this one is, we've done this many times. So this is 12 and 15. So x square minus 12x plus 15x minus 180 is equal to 0, which means let's group this now. So x times x minus 12 plus 15 times x minus 12 is equal to 0. X minus 12, x plus 15 is equal to 0, which means x is equal to 12 or x is equal to negative 15. Now x is the number of orange. So number of oranges cannot be negative. So we need the reason, since number of oranges can't be negative, therefore x is equal to negative 15 is not possible, right? Therefore x is equal to 12. Let's read the question one last time to figure out what they want me to find. Find the value of x. So we found the value of x. Let's move on. The next question that I do is question number 10. So let's read the question. Question number 10 says an employer finds that if he increases the weekly wages of each worker by 5, employs 5 workers less, his bill will increase from 3150 to 1350. Taking the original number of workers as original wage as x, obtain the equation in x, and then so on. Perfect. So they've given us what the variable is. So let original wage per worker be rupees x per week. Weekly. So per week. Perfect. So this is rupees x per week for one. How much money is he paying? Total wage bill. So total wage bill right now is rupees 3150. What do I know? So total wage bill is equal to wage per person multiplied with number of people. Therefore, number of workers right now is equal to 3150 upon x. So yeah, basic simple calculation of unitary method. Now let's look at the new case. So in the new case, he's saying wage per worker is changing to wage per worker if he increases it by 5, which means new wage is rupees x plus 5, and the new total wage bill is equal to rupees 3250. So what is the total number of new workers? Therefore, total new workers will be equal to, again, total wage bill upon bill per person, which is 3250 upon x plus 5. Any relationship given? It says that the new number of workers is whole number of workers minus 5, which means the number of workers is being reduced by 5. So let's make the equation. So 3250 upon x plus 5 is equal to 3150 upon x plus, not x plus 5, this is 3150 upon x minus 5. Let's bring this on one side. So 3150 upon x minus 3250 upon x plus 5 is equal to 5. I took negative 5 on this side and I took this on this side. Perfect. So now let's move on and see what can be done. So I can't divide it by anything to make my life simple. So let's take the LCM and start working. Perfect. So this is 3150x plus 3150 into 5, that's 25,715. Right? So this is 15,750 minus 3250x upon x times x plus 5 is equal to 5. This becomes 15,750 minus 100x is equal to, let's cross multiply, 5x square plus 25x. Let's take everything on one side. So 5x square plus this goes here, so it becomes 125x minus 15,750 is equal to 0. 5 is common in all three elements, so dividing by 5, x square plus 25x minus 3150 is equal to 0. So I need to find factors of 3150, the sum of which is 25. So let's do prime factorization. I notice that 7 is a factor, so let's multiply with 7. Yeah, okay. So 7 will give me 7 4s are 28, 35, 450. Then let's do with 5. So this will be 90, 35. No, I still need to do some more. So 2 into 45. 7 into 5, 35, 35 into 2, 70, 70 into 45, and 70 minus 40. Perfect. So I've got my factors 70 and 45. So x square minus 45x plus 70x minus 3150 is equal to 0. X times x minus 45 plus 70 times x minus 45 is equal to 0. X minus 45 x plus 70 is equal to 0, x is equal to 45, or x is equal to negative 70. Since wage can't be negative, now what basically it means that you are having to pay for having to work. Okay, therefore x is equal to negative 70 is not possible. Therefore x is equal to rupees 45. Now let's read the question one last time. It says find the weekly wage. Therefore weekly wage is rupees 45, and that's what my problem is with such questions. Weekly wage of 45 rupees is something that's not really fair, right? So we should be having more questions which are closer to reality than having just standard questions for the sake of having. Anyway, let's move on to the next question. That's question number 11. A trader bought a number of articles As per the question he bought, let's take it as X. So let number of articles be X. Done. And he bought it for 1200. So CP of all is equal to rupees 1200. Therefore, CP of 1 would be equal to CP of all upon total number, which is 1200 upon X. Perfect. Let's read the question. There were 10 articles which were damaged. So 10 articles were damaged. So how many remaining articles? Yes, X minus 10. So let's write that down. Remaining articles is equal to X minus 10. Next line, he sold each of the remaining article at 2 more than what he paid for it, thus getting a profit of 60. So profit is given, which is equal to SP minus CP. Profit is 60, SP we don't know, CP is 1200, which means SP was equal to rupees 1260. Perfect. So SP of all is 1260. Therefore, SP of 1 will be equal to 1260 upon the number of articles sold. Since 10 were damaged, so he was able to sell only X minus 10 articles. Perfect. Now let's see if any other relationship is given ahead in this question. As per the question, it says that he sold each article at rupees 2 more than what he purchased. Perfect. Which means SP of 1 minus CP of 1 is equal to rupees 2. So how much is SP of 1? 1260 upon X minus 10 minus 1200 upon X. This is equal to 2. Let's, I can't divide it. I could divide it by maybe 60, but yeah, let's go ahead and solve it directly. 1260X minus 1200X plus 12,000 upon X square minus 10X is equal to 2. This is 60X plus 12,000 is equal to 2X square minus 20X. Let's take everything on one side. So 2X square, 60 goes there, becomes negative 80X minus 12,000 is equal to 0. Divide everything by 2. X square minus 40X minus 6,000 is equal to 0. I need to find factors of negative 6,000, the sum of which is negative 40. This one simple as well. 60 into 100 will give me 6,000 and the subtraction will give me 40. So X square plus or minus 100X plus 60X minus 6,000 is equal to 0. X times X minus 100 plus 60 times X minus 100 is equal to 0. X minus 100 X plus 60 is equal to 0, or X is equal to 100, or X is equal to negative 60. What was X? X is the number of articles. So since the number of articles cannot be negative, therefore X is equal to negative 60 is not possible. Since number of articles can't be negative, therefore X is equal to negative 60 is not possible. Therefore X is equal to 100. Let's read the question one last time. What do they want me to find? They wanted us to make an equation. We made the equation. This was the equation, X square minus 40X minus 6,000, and we found the value of X as well. Perfect. That brings me to the last question of this exercise, question number 12. So question 12 is, the total cost of certain number of articles is 4,800. Find the number of articles bought. Perfect. So let the number of articles again be X. CP of all articles, which is X, is equal to, how much is it given? 4,800 rupees, 4,800. Therefore CP of 1, how much will it be? 4,800 upon X. Perfect. As per the question, by selling the article at rupees 100 each, so SP of 1 is given equal to rupees 100. So what will be the SP of all articles will be SP of X articles will be equal to, yes, you multiplied 100x, rupees 100x. It says it makes a profit equal to cost price of 15. So how much is the profit? Profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. So profit is equal to 100x minus 4800. And it's saying the profit is equal to cost price of 15. So cost price of 15 is equal to 15 multiplied with cost price of 1, which is 15 multiplied with 4800 upon x. So I get an equation which is profit is equal to 100x minus 4800, which is equal to 15 into 4800 upon x. Let's solve this. So let's cross multiply. What I get is 100x square minus 4800x is equal to 15 into 4800. Anything common between both sides? Yes, I can divide everything by 100. So this is x square minus 48x minus 15 into 48 equal to 0. I need to find factors of 15 into 48, the sum of which will be negative 48. So let's do prime factorization. While I don't specifically need to multiply, I need to factorize, so why multiply? So 5, 3, this remains 48, this is 3, this is 48. 15 into 48, well, it's not giving me this clearly, so let me do it again. 2, 24, 30 into 24, no, it's still not giving me 2, that's 12. So 15, 30, 60, 60 minus 12, yes, that's 48. So perfect, I've got my factors 60 and 12. So x square minus 60x plus 12x minus 15 into 48 is equal to 0. X times x minus 60 plus 12 times x minus 60 is equal to 0. X minus 60, x plus 12 is equal to 0. X is equal to 60 or x is equal to negative 12. Since number of articles can't be negative, therefore x is equal to negative 12 is not possible. Therefore x is equal to 60. Let's read the question one last time and figure out what they want me to find. Find the number of articles. Therefore number of articles bought is 60. Let's figure out what your homework questions are. Homework questions will be question number 2, 4, 6 and 9. Thank you.